Hi guys, welcome to this video. So what we're going to be going over is how to use Skyscanner. And Skyscanner is like my go-to website on searching for flights within Europe. And also I use it to look for flights back to the US. I've seen flights from Europe to like Dubai, to other places in Asia. And I haven't searched for, but I'm sure there's flights from, US, North America to Asia as well. So as you can see, it says where to next. There's the option round trip, one way, or even multi-city. And multi-city would be like Madrid, London, London, Milan, and then from Milan back to Madrid. That would be an example. So you have that option if you want to do that as well. So for our example, let's just do round trip. We'll say from Madrid because that's where I am now. What I really love about Skyscanner is if you don't know where you want to go, you can just say, look, you can click for everywhere. And I really like this because usually I'm just looking for somewhere that's cheap. Um, and another cool thing, you can click on the day that you want to leave. If you don't know a specific date, but you know the month, you can go to whole month right here. And then you can see May, June, July, August. Also, the cool option is cheapest month. You can click that as well because if you're like me, you're always looking for a cheap flight. So the only downside to the cheapest month is maybe the cheapest month is in 8 months or is in 6 months, but you want to go somewhere in a month or 2 months. So that would be the downside to the cheapest month. What I usually do is look at a whole month because usually I have an idea of which month I want to go somewhere. So for me, for this example, let's just say whole month of August, return whole month of August. We'll say that as well. One person, and then we go search flights. So if you give it a second, it's going to take all the flights that it can find, and it's going to put all of the flights here for us to see and for us to see the cheapest. So it came back Madrid everywhere in August. It came Milan, $33 round trip. Okay, but we're not trying to go to Italy. So let's see. Let me try another place in Spain. I can go to Alicante, 40, Valencia. Oh yeah, my friend lives in Valencia. Shout out Anna. So let's look at the flights here actually. It says from 41. And the thing about Skyscanner is really it depends on the day. So that $41 is from a specific day to a specific day. So for example, from the 3rd of August to maybe the 12th. And maybe you don't want to go those days or you can't go that long or you have to work. So what you have to do is you have to go in here and play with the days to see the prices. So, if you're really flexible, this is a really good way to find your next vacation. So you just click on a day, let's say the 4th. Okay, it's $22. Okay, look, the 12th, $22. $22 there, $22 back. That's nothing. You know what I mean? $44 round trip is really, really good. But do I want to stay for a week and a day? That's the thing that you have to consider. And these flights are being affected by the coronavirus right now. So usually there are more flights. You see where it has the, little magnifying glass like here on the 10th, that means that there's no flights. But that's just because of the coronavirus. Usually there's always flights, things are full. But you just have to play around with it. And if you're flexible, like I said, this is a really good website for you. Okay, 9th through the 15th, 74. Okay, it's not terrible, but there's cheaper, we saw 44. So like I said, you just have to go around and play with it. But if you know where you want to go, the date you want to go, you can even select that as well. You don't have to be so broad. So let's say Madrid to, I don't know, I want to go to Mallorca. And let's say I want to go in October. Oh, let's say I want to go on my birthday. So let's go specific date, 23rd, return. Oh, my birthday's on a Friday this year. Didn't know that. Okay, I'm going for the weekend to Mallorca. Maybe I should actually do this. Okay, let's give it a second to load. I get in so much trouble looking at Skyscanner because I just want to book all the flights. I see 30 euros round trip and I'm like, okay, I have to buy it like now. Like this, $40 round trip for a weekend in Mallorca on an island. Yeah, I'm trying to go, So Madrid, Mallorca, let's see. It's saying Air Europa. It tells you the time, 10:15 to 11:35, 9:15 to 10:35. This would be when your flights are. So you really need to look. It says nonstop from the same airport. Another thing to look out for is make sure that the airport that you're flying into is the same airport that you're flying out of. Because a lot of times it will change and maybe you don't realize it when you're booking the flights. Because a lot of times you won't have, you know, a flight with Air Europa there and then a flight with Europa on the way back. A lot of times you'll have like one with EasyJet there, one with Ryanair back, and sometimes it changes. So for me, I like to make sure I'm leaving out of the same airport. Sometimes it doesn't matter, but for me, it just makes it a lot easier to keep up with and to, know where I'm going. So yeah, so $40, $40. Here's another one. If you don't like those times, there's other times, 8:30 to 10. Another one at night. Night flights. It's looking a lot of night flights, which I actually prefer because I don't like to wake up, for a 7:20 a.m. flight. Like, no, thank you. I'm trying to go in the afternoon or something like that where I don't have to be rushing. So anyway, let's play. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna book this. Let's say I'll book this one, the first one, for $40. I mean, come on. So this is what it looks like. It tells you this is your first flight. Duration, an hour and 20 minutes. And then your flight back, an hour and 20 minutes as well. So if you're looking at this, you want to, you say, okay, this looks great. I'm going to Mallorca for my birthday. Let's book the ticket. So what you're going to have to do is book from, two different websites if it's two different airlines. But really, it's not hard. Look, continue. Give it a minute. Okay, so what Skyscanner does is it takes you directly to the website that you're going to buy the flight from. You don't buy the flight directly from Skyscanner. They usually redirect you to, the Ryanair website, the EasyJet website, this website, lastminute.com, and, it shows you your flight and it shows you the options. You can do the classic, which is the cheap one. That's what I'm trying to do. Put in your information. Because this is from the same airline, Air Europa there, Air Europa back, you only have to go to this one website and book. If you have two different flights with two different airlines, then it will redirect you to, say, one website with EasyJet. You book your flight there, and then it redirects you to Ryanair, and you book your flight there. So you're buying two separate flights. But it sounds complicated, but it's really not complicated. And this is the way that, I buy my flights. I really like Skyscanner. This is where I go every single time. I do not go directly to Ryanair website or EasyJet website. Rarely. I usually go on Skyscanner, compare them, and because on Skyscanner I can just look and I can see EasyJet, Ryanair, Air Europa, Finnair. I hope that this helped you out a little bit. If you haven't heard of Skyscanner, go in there, play around with it. It's really fun to figure out. This does get me in trouble sometimes because I just say, okay, where can I go like next month? And I'll just look and I'll just be like, okay, July. I search my flights and then I see, $30 round trip. Oh, look, $35 round trip. Like, and I just see flights that I can't deny. And, that's how I get in trouble on here. But another cool tip that I would really stress is use an incognito tab when you're searching on Skyscanner. And a way that you can do that is you go to File, New Incognito tab. You click on this and you have a new incognito tab, and then you just go to skyscanner.net. What this just means is that they can't track you. Every time you're searching for a flight, the airline, Skyscanner, they're looking at it. And so every time you're searching for the same airline or the same, flight, the same destination, the same dates, it's tracking that. Okay, and then your flight gets more expensive, more expensive, more expensive, and it's better to do this incognito tab. They don't know what you're looking at, and hopefully it won't affect your flight prices as much as if you were searching on a regular tab. So I really hope this helped you out, guys, and let me know what flight you're gonna book from Skyscanner.